greatness in the building here tonight.
That is two of the best athletes that we've ever seen, all time.
I don't know who wrote the list, but when I look at myself, God gave me a physique.
This is Jim Brown, the most devastating ball carrier in the history of football.
I was 6'2", 232 pounds, and I had quickness and speed, and the word got around that I was a different kind of guy.
An animal, a real raw talent, man. See, my father made me understand it. He said, watch this, boy. He don't run out of bounds. He gonna put his head down, he gonna get some more. And when he got tackled, he said, watch how slow he get up. He said, you know what that is? He said, in life, just get up slow, because you're gonna have to pick yourself up a bunch of times. Ain't no need to rush it. And this dude never missed a game. Every Sunday we watched, Jim Brown was on the field.
Jim Brown's the greatest back to ever play. He was a bad man. And not only on the field, Jim Brown being an activist had an impact on me as well.
He was around at a time, man, where America was trying to change with civil rights. And for him to be an athlete and get involved in it was like inspirational, because I'm like, man, this Jim Brown saying we got to stand up, stay together. That was Jim Brown out there on the front line.
He also was very keen on economic issues, which for most black athletes, they never ever were connected with that. Jim Brown tried to bring the community together in ways that had nothing to do with sports. And he pursued acting, and incredibly, he had some good roles and played in some good movies.
I want more mental stimulation. I want to have a hand in the struggle that is taking place in our country.
His footprint was so big that the respect you have for him and how he's changed the game and set the blueprint for all the backs who played this game is very impactful.
You know, you gotta look for a little black kid back in the 60s, man. This is doable, you mean? And so, he was quite an inspiration.
When you'd been tackled, you were always very slow to get up. Consistent, though. Why?
Well, you get up the same time each time so that the enemy don't know when you're hurt or when you have to get up slow. And it gives you an advantage. That's simple. You know, if one time you get up real slow and look like you're hurt, they're going to come at you the next play and try to kill you. But if you get up slow every time, you conserve energy and you camouflage everything.
Prior to a game, you've said you would always visualize plays. How so?
Well, psycho-cybernetics is art of the mind. Visualization is a part of it. And visualization creates repetition with a picture in your mind of going over and over a play and the possibilities that that play gives you. So therefore, when you run it in real life, it isn't unfamiliar. So if you run it over in your mind and you see the cornerback being kicked out and you know that you got to make that cut up the field, the middle linebacker's coming, you hope that the second guard can get to him. Well, you go over those things in your mind. It exercises your mind just like your body. You know, people always think of exercising your body, but you exercise your mind and you visualize how to do it, and you visualize yourself doing it. So it's familiar, that's all.
You read Psycho-Cybernetics, you were a philosophy major. With regards to intimidating opposing players, during your pre-game warm-up, what would you do?
Let them see me. Knowing that they've been told about me all week and how they have to watch out for me and how they have to plan to stop me and gang tackle me, then I challenge them by saying, this is the guy, man, take a look at me. Here it is right now, 232 pounds, 6 feet 2 inches. I can beat you in a 40, and I got an attitude. And the attitude is you're going to hit me and I'm going to hit you. Football is a challenge of men. It's the next thing to war. It's not close to war, but it's the next civilized thing to war. And you test yourself all the time, because if you're not strong enough, you'll give it up. But I would advise a young man, if you're a football player, play football. You're going to be a real activist. Use your money, use your notoriety. I didn't want to make it this long, but it does have meaning to me, and I think that I want to be in his corner, and I do think God bless him, but that's not my leadership.
You don't believe that in today's NFL you could be both activist and football player?
I think we're always an activist and a football player, but I think you have to understand there's intelligence that's involved. Okay? I can't be two things at once that contradict each other. If I sign for money, then these people I sign with, they have rules and regulations. But I'm going to give you the real deal. I'm an American. I don't desecrate my flag and my national anthem. I'm not going to do anything against the flag and the national anthem. I'm going to work within those situations. But this is my country, and I'll work out the problems, but I'll do it in an intelligent manner.
Jim Brown, a legendary NFL football player, has sadly passed away. He was 87. Jim's death was reported by his wife Monique in a statement that read, "It's with profound sadness that I announce the passing of my husband, Jim Brown. He passed away peacefully last night at our LA home. To the world, he was an activist, actor, and football star. To our family, he was a loving and wonderful husband, father, and grandfather. Our hearts are broken." There is no doubt Jim Brown was one of the greatest and professional players of his time. Jim played for Cleveland Browns for 9 seasons and emerged as a Pro Bowler from 1957 to 1965 before his retirement in 1966. He was also inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1971. Jim Brown will be remembered for fighting racism by founding the American organization in 1980, thereby helping the gang youths get reformed in different aspects of life. Jim Brown was selected to the NFL 100 all-time team and ranked number 1 all-time player in the Football College list to celebrate the sport's anniversaries in 2020. Jim Brown taught us to stand up even when it's easier to break down, to have faith and work with action, and be resilient regardless. Let us know what you learned from Jim Brown and send your condolences in the comment section. Please keep the comments respectful. Our thoughts and prayers goes out to the family and friends of Jim Brown, and may his soul rest in eternity. You are watching Touch News Media, and please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bells so that you don't miss out on any videos that we upload. I love you guys and stay safe. Bye bye.